That would be, two things. I have never, I've really put this out there a lot. I have never auditioned for Law and Order. They've never asked me to audition.
That seems bizarre to me.
I know. I'm very bummed out by that. And
what's your second thing?
Is that? Oh, hold on. Let me get the door.
Oh, someone's at the door.
Oh, hello. It's me.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Hey. Do you want to get this chair?
Yeah, you want to close the door.
Sit down. Brought my own seat.
Oh, you brought a little chair.
I brought a little special chair. It's me, Fabrice.
Oh, hey, Fabrice.
How's it
Yeah,
going, man?
you were on the show last earlier
I was
in
on
the
the
year.
show at some point earlier this year. I wanted to ask a question to John. Now, John, is it true that you at one point performed at a Law and Order holiday party?
That's right. Were you at that?
I was. That was the craft services at that party.
John, let me just briefly explain who Fabrice is.
As if it needs explanations.
Fabrice, you are a caterer who...
I'm a craft services person of great import.
and you...
Did you say of import or of importance?
Yeah.
Which, though?
Of import. I live at one of those, in those big crates down by fishing areas.
You were imported?
Yeah, from heaven.
You are a curious gentleman.
I am a curious George.
Who was on the show once
Curious
before. You dropped by the show
Funny.
once.
That was funny. He said
I
it
said
under his
bye,
breath.
Curious
You gotta listen for those John Mulaney's.
So you've dropped by. Hello, welcome.
I've come in to say hello.
And you were just passing by, and you
I
thought
was
you would.
passing by. There is a new Hollyweed store next to your studio.
There is.
I know. I smelled that good stinkweed outside.
That good sweet green makes me eat.
Okay, so you're Fabrice, the craft service person. You had a question for John Mulaney.
Yes,
Go.
I had a question for John Mulaney. As far as what you have been discussing previously to this moment, I would wonder if you could tell of the anecdote as to pertaining to what happened when you played the Law and Order Hollywood party for Christmas.
You're an uneducated person, is that right? And you use a lot of words?
Yes, I use many words to portray myself as an educated person speaking in very rich tones.
Well, you're quite successful at it. John, you performed at a party?
I performed at a...
Cast party?
No, it was a...
Crew party.
Christmas party for Criminal Intent at this place called The Cutting Room, which was... is now closed and was owned by Chris Noth, who was on the original Law and Order.
Sure he was.
Mr. Big from Sex and the City. And it was one of those things where
I almost feel like you should be explaining this while wiping down a counter.
Yeah.
You're giving so much
because
exposition.
it's such a slow story. I need to be moving to keep people interested.
Start humping some cases, if you would.
So
It is amazing. It's like a homicide because you're killing the vibe in here.
oh, that's great.
Look at me. Look
You-
at me doing just like y'all.
Yeah. You came in and you asked me to tell the story, and now you turned.
I'm very much disappointing. Tell a story, John, with your classic old radio voice, your baby face.
So I thought it was going to be like, I thought it was like an official invitation to do the Criminal Intent. I put it in my head.
You put two
that
and
the
two
show
together.
Saw my bits and was interested in me
Yes.
and wanted me to go in and perform for their Christmas party. But it was like someone who knew someone who knew someone who knew someone
Who
told
thought it
Chris
would be
Noth,
funny.
like, there's a comic with a joke about the show, and he was like, bring him in. And had,
Is he a Patton Oswalt character?
yeah. Because he makes a bar sound first?
Yep, that's his trademark.
That's true. Chris Noth is a Patton Oswalt character.
I believe it.
And then I got there and it was like there was like a band playing and they were like, "Go up there and do it." And I was like, and I think I might have even dressed up. I really believed, I believed the cast was going to be sitting in the front row. The mental picture I had of it was like a cartoon crazy person.
And you thought this would be your entree, as the French would say.
I absolutely thought it was like they know the bits and they want me to come and do them.
They'll be reciting them along with you.
Absolutely. I got in there. The room where the show was like empty. Everyone was in the other bar room because there was the liquor for them to forget who they were. And I went in there. There's like 4 people. a band playing, and I got up and I started doing stand-up for like 4 people in the room.
Oh.
And then... Oh, by the way, I said the F word before. Can you swear on this?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Fuck away.
So then I get off stage, and the woman who knew a girl who knew me, so the one person I'd had emailed with, she was like, "I'm sorry no one was in here." And then Chris Noth came up to me and he goes, "You got fucked!"
By Mr. Big.
By Mr. Big. I got, I'm like Carrie Bradshaw.
More than words.
Say again?
More than words.
Are you just listing your favorite Extreme songs?
I thought that was Mr. Big. Who says that? What is the song that Mr. Big sang?
In what?
The song, Mr. Big, the band.
Oh, Mr. I don't know. Engineer Doug, what do you got? I thought for a minute you were talking about Mr. Bungle.
As far as the meantime goes, John, I was the crowd service coordinator on Sex in the City.
You worked on Sex in the City?
Mm-hmm. I had a bag of oats. Can we make the connection?
I think we can. What? And the show you worked on before that was the Disney Channel show, right? What was that called?
That's right. Sex in the City, part Disney.
No, it was the
part Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It was a marriage.
It was That's So Raven. Right?
That's So Raven, yes.
Starring Raven Simone.
And That's So.
Have you worked on another children's show since then? Have you done iCarly or anything?
I worked on Wizards of Waverly Place.
You worked on Wizards of Waverly Place?
Yeah. I was Selena Gomez's personal food interpreter.
And you would explain to her what the names of the food were?
Yeah. I would say, okay, this is a Cheeto. This is a food you cannot eat. And I said, this is a carrot. I said, you can put this in your mouth and you can get the taste, but you must spit it out.
Spit it out immediately.
And then I said, this is a Justin Bieber. You can eat all of that you want. That's topical because of their now consummated physical relationship in public.
They consummated in public, you're saying?
Yes, they kissed lips on each other.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm getting some information now about Mr. on the Newswire, Mr. Big's biggest songs. We have To Be With You is perhaps their biggest hit, the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks. Mainstream Rock Tracks, number 19. Also, Green Tinted 60s Mind.
Green Tinted 60s Mind.
Oh, the big song?
Horribly titled songs of Mr. Big.
Oh, the hit from before.
More Than Words, not popping up.
John, if you could work at any TV show from history, what would it be?
If I could work at any TV show from history... it would be...
I would work on that one from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh, the what's it called? It wasn't the Morley Safer Show. What was
I don't know. Just the one that they all worked on. I forget what it was called, but it just seemed like so much fun. You know, they're always...
The Girly Show?
I'd work on TGS with Tracy Jordan.
They're always, like, every week something interesting happens. More than at my job.
I know, and they have a lot of fun there.
Any other questions, Fabrice?
I feel like I failed your setup there of what TV show I could work on if I wanted
It's okay.
to.
I put you on the spot, and just because you're a great writer doesn't make you a great improviser. Go ahead.
I was going to say Becker, and then I thought, you've taken enough swings at Becker. Why don't you relax, John?
What swings have you taken at Becker?
I think he was talking to himself.
Oh.
Right?
Tell us about your swings at Becker.
No, I guess I just feel like I've used Becker as a punchline show for a long time in conversation.
And the truth is, you would very much like to work with Ted Danson at some point.
The truth is, I would love to work with Ted Danson at some point. And I'm sure the show was good. I never even saw it. It's like, like a Geely. Like people just made fun of Geely.
Right. Becker was one of America's last multi-camera comedies.
I know. I don't know why I have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
The black guy from Swingers was in that show.
He sure was.
Yes, he was.
The guy with the pork pie hat?
Yeah.
Were you one of those guys, Fabrice, that was caught up in the whole Swingers thing? Did you begin to enjoy old music?
That's right. I would say, oh, look at those beautiful babies. I want to talk to that babies.
Now, in fairness, you worked at a nursery.
And I worked at a nursery, and I took a hammer to a couple store baby skulls. I crush them like tomatoes.
gosh.
You crush them like tomatoes.
Yeah.
You're someone who has had issues with the law, I'd imagine.
I've had a number of run-ins with the law enforcement community.
I feel like you might be one of those, like a Hollywood and Highland type that might be out in the street screaming.
Oh, sure. Well, we will walk around and we will attack people verbally as far as needing to.
Well, Fabrice, thank you.
It has been such a pleasure.
Thank you so much for dropping by. It's been
The
pleasure's all ours.
Thank you for knocking, by the way. I thought that was very nice that you
One
knocked.
of our most polite guests.
It is always about manners with me. My grandmother taught me to always be manners.
She didn't teach you not to go around murdering babies, though.
Well, there are too many people on this planet.
Well, you're just the one to dispense that kind of justice.
Me and Lars von Trier. I'll see you later.
Okay, see you.
Oh, whoa, he's flying away.
Wow! Look at that. The door was open. Whoa. The Doppler effect. We heard a little delay.
There was a delay, and then we heard a very realistic sound of a young Latino man flying through the sky.
All right, John, what do you say we take a break? We'll go to a song, and when we come back, we'll have more Comedy Bang Bang. We'll talk more to you.
Absolutely.
We'll thoroughly dissect every hour of every SNL episode that you've worked on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'd love to talk about sketches that I worked on, and I would also love to talk about things I had no part of.
Great.
We'll go through...
From the Samurai and Gerald Ford.
From the cold open to good nights. This is Rock Radio.
And also we'll get to part 2 of your story that Fabrice interrupted. But here we go.
Fabrice actually came in to tee up the second part of the story.
Oh, okay, great.
So it was very nice.
How coincidental.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, here he is.
He just landed.
Just to leave a duty. Bye-bye.
Oh, he's flying away again. But there's a delay.
Oh, there it is. All right, well, speaking of SNL, let's hear The Lonely Island, who started on SNL, or I guess they didn't start there, but they became famous from there. This is Attracted to Us featuring Beck. We will be right back with more John Mulaney. This is Comedy Bang Bang.
What about the Boo on Channel 101?